Yesterday they gave us this document. Now this makes us to know how much they fear the Honourable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Their fear for him is inordinate. It's not natural. So therefore we know it's born out of their knowledge and knowledge of God actually intervening in our affairs. And that the Honourable Louis Farrakhan is not a black leader, because black leaders born, they speak, they die, and then their communities are destroyed. But a representative of God, when he speaks, God backs his words. When he acts, God backs his actions. And they know the Honourable Minister Louis Farrakhan is a man of that ilk. So they know he is a man backed by God. So what they are trying to do is rob us of the right and our ability to hear God's divine servant so that we can make a divine change in our lives and be the people God created us to be first and foremost. They desire to not just divide us, but they desire for us to accept that we can't choose who we want to address us on a so-called day of independence. There is no independence if we can't determine who's going to address us.
Confident in the victory, anytime you see the Nazi track.
Today we received a declaration from the Honourable Judge Lord Justice Garnham pertaining to the fact that Lambeth Council and the Metropolitan Police have admitted to acting improperly in regards to the breaching of the human rights of the members of the Nation of Islam and others by prohibiting us from hearing a historic live message from the Honourable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and also prohibiting myself as a British citizen and other members of the Nation of Islam and other speakers, August the 5th, 2017. Lambeth Council's egregious policy was enforced by the Metropolitan Police, who was of the mind that it was acceptable to try to determine who we as black people of African descent should listen to. We hope that the outcome of this case sends a strong message to Lambeth and others. You will never again be able to tell us, the black community, who we can or cannot listen to without being fought ferociously. We will fight you 24 hours of 23 hours, 56 minutes and 46 seconds of every day, 7 days a week. We will fight you if you try to impose upon us your restrictions and control what goes into our ears. We will not accept that. We preserve our dignity. We will use every penny that we have to preserve our dignity and our sovereign right of freedom of speech and freedom of expression. For the record, we are no longer, or we are not, the property of Lambeth or the Metropolitan Police. We are no longer the property of Mr. Henry Tate, whose wealth was derived from sugar plantations in the Caribbean, who still enjoys being prominently displayed in Windrush Square, in Brixton, in Lambeth. We are here to further prove we are no longer the property of the UK's longest serving Prime Minister, William Gladstone, who owned thousands of our ancestors whom he referred to as slaves during the 2-decade reign as Prime Minister. And for those of you who don't know, a slave is a person whose freedom and authority is ruled over by another and whose sphere of movement is limited according to the wishes of his master. That Lambeth Council tried to enforce and impose upon us August the 5th, 2017. We have asked for nothing other than to be treated fairly. All we desire and have desired is freedom, justice, and equality.